When Supervive first came out in beta on 22nd November of 2024, people were impressed with not even a finished product. Many of you, and such as myself, has just joined when beta released and probably had no prior knowledge that this game even existed. That first week was an absolute blast. There was very much decent number of players online at any given moment and everyone had fun. Some had more fun than the others. The OG League players who quickly caught up with the mechanics started destroying lobbies and quickly leave to higher elo lobbies and left the new players to learn and fight against their equals in a final environment. One match you snowball and run over the lobby, the next match you come in top 5, match after that you finish 8, no biggie, you just queue up and in no time you're in a match again. And you snowball again and kill the lobby. You rank up to meet your equals, you struggle for a while, however you get better by playing against equals or slightly better players. So you rank up again, but then as the weeks go by, the number of active players begins to dwindle. The reason why? Honestly, Theorycraft didn't deliver on marketing side of the deal. Now many can speculate, oh, it's because the game is not finished or the people are leaving the game because of Hudson meta and yada yada, which is not true. People started leaving because the game was not overhyped and nobody talked about it and nobody knew that Supervive even exists. Therefore, there was no reason for the outer layer of players to stick around. Now bear with me, we were down to 10k, then to 7k people per day. That's pretty much the inner core of Supervive player base. And then what happened? The outer core got good and reached Diamond Master, maybe some even higher. And this is where the game took a bad turn. As the players count started to dwindle, the devs decided to mix up the ranked matches and pub matches in a one pile. Basically, masters were playing against newbies and completely annihilated any new player that came by, resulting in them not wanting to play at all. Even worse, what happened is that ranked matches make no sense at all, especially in the last couple of weeks. You queue up, you wait 10 minutes as a diamond or a platinum player, however you get matched against legends, not just one squad, but multiple. You get farmed, you queue up again, and it's the same thing over and over. Do that for 4 hours straight and you start to wonder if you ever gonna boot up Supervive again. These legends, these awesome players, some or most were part of alpha test and knew the game inside out, are released to wreak havoc amongst mortals. Plus on top of that, mix a legend player with a broken hunter like Brall and you have a lobby stomping animal that can't be stopped. So now players that really like the game can't have fun, they can't rank up and are getting crushed every evening or whenever they play, because Theorycraft can't set their foot straight on ranked mode and make it what it's supposed to be. Fighting equals slightly better than yourself and slightly worse. Longer waiting time, yes, of course. Players will rather wait 12 minutes than have a decent match of rank than wait 5 minutes and share lobby with 4 teams of legends. There is a possible solutions to all of this. Simply ban legends from queuing with other legends in rank. If there's gonna be 10 legends playing, put 1 in every team and let it be fair. Of course, if legend players want to play together, they can always play pubs, then again should not be mixed with ranked matches. But enough talk on this subject, we're gonna switch our focus on the future of the gameplay itself. Gonna share some latest playtest footage, some possible changes that might come to the public game. Some of them we really like and others we do not. So let's get into it. Number 1, primary weapon upgrade. Yep, you heard it right. We might be able to upgrade our weapons to tier 2. Even though we had leveling system updated recently, somehow primary weapons didn't come through in that patch. However, they might be coming after all, as they were part of the playtest and probably these upgrades need balancing to do, so I'll guess we'll see on February 5 update if they show up. Change number 2, no more global shops. Shops now move to base camps. We're gonna get new shop items such as most wanted, base camps and so on, and for much lower price than ever. However, there's a catch. We'll get to it in a second, just bear with me. Are you ready? You need shops to upgrade your gear with coins. That's right, PvE camps no longer drop mini shards, instead they just drop gold. And now you need to get to the shop to upgrade your stuff, which creates a huge problem to the dynamic of Supervive. Now you can really cheese, just get a fixer, pick up a bunch of base camps, throw them into the abyss, have 1 base camp for yourself and camp the shop. You can upgrade your equipment while other teams cannot. You see, they need to get to the shop, but they can't because you're there fully upgraded, and they can't kill you because, well, their item sucks. So this change, if it comes through, will not be good for Supervive at all, so let's hope it doesn't. Change number 3, map update. We are getting new area behind Chaos Step. It's gonna be Chaos Fortress. It looks really cool. Unfortunately, I did not manage to get much look at it. We're gonna have some Site 38 changes and Iron Acres changes. All in all, it looks fresh and good, and we like that. With the other changes, knocking an enemy resets your non-ultimate cooldowns and heals your hunter by a set amount. This is gonna work in the storm as well, which basically means that whenever you're fighting and you knock an enemy, your first 3 ability cooldowns will reset and you're gonna heal for a certain portion of your health percentage. The turnover of fight, is this a good change or not? I'm not really sure. This gives a buff to certain hunters. The hunters that we all hate a lot, like Brall, maybe like Shiv, and some that already heal on their knocks and can already get an upper advantage as such. So this buffs certainly everybody, but furthermore buffs those hunters. Next change we have is all powers below exotic are becoming soulbound now. So if you have a grappling hook or something that is not very exotic power, you die, you're gonna respawn back with that power. It's gonna be soul locked. Kinda nice if you find yourself some mana battery or some non-exotic items that you powers that you really like, you get to keep them, which I don't think will damage the game itself so much. So that change is kind of alright. Next off, we have some changes to the hunters, and we're gonna start here with Jin. LMB damage decreased by 20%. That's a huge nerf. His Q damage decreased by 20% as well. Boxes are now telegraphed more obviously and in red. His ult is cooldown increased by 15, 10, 5 seconds at level 1, 2, and 3. This is to account for the extra cooldown he already gets. An ability activate when the clone remains alive. And now we get to all of our favorite hunter. That's Brall. Right mouse button, cast time increased from 0.35 to 0.6, so he needs a little bit more time to charge up his jump now. All in all, as we continue to nerf Brall, there's still some changes like these knock resets that still buffs this certain character. And then we gotta move on to Kingpin. Shiv now reduces the cooldown of the next shot by half instead of instantly reloading, which it's not a huge nerf, it still is one. And Shift plus Q, you are now restricted if you Q first and shift during the Q to the direction you dash. However, you're not restricted if you cast after you dash. This is specifically trying to address the cases where you hide or avoid cast times by using your dash after. Next one, we gotta move on to Joule. Her Q warm-up cast time has increased from 0.35 to 0.6. There is now a brief indicator for where she will land, which is kind of good. You can move around her a little bit more and she can knock you into the wall as fast as before. Next one, we're moving on to Bishop. Level 4, right mouse button, get 5 seconds cooldown and increased radius and impulse. Level 4 Q, on the other hand, can grant max HP shield up to 2 times. Cooldown is reduced by 1 second for each target hit. Ultimate warm-up increased from 0.35 to 0.6, and dash velocity decreased from 2,500 units to 2,250 units. I think that's all in all for the hunter changes. And last, we're gonna talk about Crysta. Now she looks like some kind of a DJ or drone operator. She kind of reminds of Lifeline from Apex Legend. Now, as we can see here, she has some drones, but they look more like a speakers to me with some kind of badass bass in the back here. We can see she has some grenade, and this is what probably this thing looks from behind. I'm not quite sure. Now, I don't know what her abilities are because I haven't play tested her, and even if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you. But what I heard is that she's very strong. Can't wait to see her, and when she comes out, I'm gonna do a separate video just about her. I really hope she's gonna bring nice dynamic. That's it from me today. I'm wardaddy, and if you want to see more of content like this, please leave a like button and subscribe, and tell me your thoughts about all of this. Tell me your thoughts about the community, the future of Supervive, and your opinions on the possible changes in the future. Peace out.